Yo, how's it going everyone? I'm Em. Welcome back to the TechBlock channel. Today I want to just update you guys on what's been going on. Where have I been? Where have the uploads been? What's been happening? Alright, so there's like a lot to go over. We got this sick new PC build in here. I watched Alex Becker. Below here we have like lightning cables. Finally bought myself a new camera rig. It has like RGB and the sickest fans. Oh, and it's that an AORUS GPU. Yes, it is, dude. So, full PC build in this Antec DF600 PC case coming soon. This is like a super smart case. Check it out, man. I put these deep cool fans, the X-shaped ones inside of there, and I reckon they look so sick with that AORUS GPU. You know, dedicated video will come out, I think maybe this Saturday, about that PC with benchmarks, everything, guys. So one thing I did recently is I finally bought myself a new camera rig. Here it is. We'll talk more about this in a second, but I want to show you guys what I was using before. For the longest time, I recorded just about every single TechBlock video with this. This is a Canon G7X Mark II. It's a tiny little point and shoot camera, and let me just show you. The screen can flip over just like my new camera can, but this is genuinely like super cheap camera, but man, it did a good job for years. But what ended up happening a couple of months ago, and I'm sure you guys probably noticed like a quality difference in the videos, at least I hope you have, but I switched over to recording videos from that Canon G7X camera to my iPhone 11 Pro. I would either use the front-facing camera, like I'm doing right now to record this video, but after recording videos with this iPhone for maybe the last I think it's been at least a month or two, maybe 3 months or so, I finally considered to buy myself a new camera, and that's what I did, man. So I built an entire like camera rig. I bought a bunch of attachments, changing my lifestyle up a little bit by quitting caffeine. I haven't quit caffeine 100% just yet. I'm not sure if I'm gonna quit it 100%, but what I did the last, I think it's been maybe a week or two. It might have been 2 weeks now. I quit drinking energy drinks, which I've been drinking energy drinks like every single day for years. Maybe since I was like 16, maybe 15. It was kind of getting out of hand. It got to the point where like drinking energy drinks was literally pointless because they just wouldn't give me a kick or anything. You know, I've got like caffeine and everything like on its own that I could take, but I just didn't feel very good drinking energy drinks like all the time. It just like made me feel like crap eventually. So I'm like, something's got to change, man. I watched Alex Becker. He has like some videos about caffeine, so I ended up watching them, and he kind of like gave me a different perspective on caffeine. And I've not quit it 100% at the minute. I'm still, well, I've drank 1 coffee today, but trust me, that's way better than like 3-4 energy drinks in one day plus coffees. So I've cut down like significantly on the amount of caffeine I have daily, and it took a while for me to like adjust to having no caffeine, but the last like week or so I have been feeling better, and especially the last couple of days. Anyway, enough about the whole caffeine thing. What else is new? Okay, I've organized so much of this room. So as you can probably see, we have like some cabinets here, and as always, I bought all this stuff on Amazon, okay? Because I do like most of my shopping on Amazon. Don't have my car still, so I can't really go to shops and buy like cabinets and everything and like bring them back by hand, can I? Well, I could. It's much easier to buy stuff on Amazon, okay? And you know, they got a good selection on Amazon. So as always, guys, you know, I got you with the links in the description. You know, if you want to go buy some storage cabinets that are dirt cheap, but they do a good job and they're pretty easy to build. I'll leave these in the description down below. I've got a set of 3 right here, but they come in different sizes. Not a sponsored video. I genuinely just bought these myself like a couple of weeks ago, and I built them. I organized a bunch of stuff, and it felt good organizing stuff, man, because that's what I did. And this room has never looked better, man. Like, I genuinely spent like days and days going through all this stuff, trying to organize everything, and it was definitely worth it. But basically, let me show you what's even inside these drawers, because I'm sure you're dying to know. In here I have like USB Type-C cables. Below here we have like lightning cables. Below here, this is like what, USB extension cables, then this should be micro USB. Then in here I've got like bin bags and disinfectant, wet wipes or whatever. We have Velcro cable ties because cable management is important, boys. We got our charging station up here. I've got my like rechargeable battery thing. I can barely speak today, but we've got my new camera battery charger here. We've got this lightning bolt thingy that's like stupidly bright. You can turn it on if you want. As I said a second ago, I'll leave everything in the description down below, including these cabinets. This I bought on Amazon. This I bought on Amazon. This I bought on Amazon. I buy a lot of stuff on Amazon, I'm sorry. But we have like, thank you for your purchase. Ooh, yeah, I've got a new PC case, the XL. Update on that, guys. Boom, that PC case. It's in the making, okay? The cable management right now is horrific. Everything about this build is, what is this? What is going on? Check out the RGB power supply though. This PC is in the works, okay? It's in the works. I've had a lot of problems with my PC recently.
Come on, man. How you gonna blue screen on me like this? Like, uncorrectable error. What do you mean?
That's why there wasn't an upload on Saturday. I was meant to post a video last Saturday. Didn't go to plan whatsoever. This PC, I had to reinstall Windows 3 times in one day, but man, that was like a big delay. I'm still trying to re-download all the programs and all the games that are lost from like having to reinstall Windows. But man, I think the PC has finally like gotten to the point where it's kind of fixed, but it still has some weird problems, man. I reinstalled Windows on this new Gen 4 M.2 drive, and oh man, things didn't go to plan. So I had Windows installed on a 1TB SSD already, and I plugged in a new 2TB Gen 4 M.2 drive into the PC. I installed Windows on that drive whilst Windows was already installed on a 1TB M.2 drive. And what ended up happening is after I installed Windows on this new M.2 drive, I formatted the Windows installation on my 1TB old M.2 drive because I no longer needed it, and I wanted to run Windows off of a Gen 4 M.2 drive rather than a Gen 3 M.2 drive because I'm actually trying to test whether or not you can like tell a performance difference in the real world going from a Gen 3 M.2 to a Gen 4 M.2. I'm just trying to test that. But during my reinstallation of Windows, oh man, things just didn't go well. After I formatted the 1TB SSD, Windows had like its recovery partitions on the 1TB SSD, but those recovery partitions were associated with the new installation of Windows I just installed on the 2TB SSD. I hope this is making sense, but after I formatted the 1TB partition that had like the recovery partitions of Windows, like the partitions on your drive reserved for Microsoft that are like 500 MB or like 100 megabytes, you can check in disk management and you can see these partitions. But yeah, I formatted the 1TB drive and I could no longer boot into Windows. I tried to fix it via command prompt. I was trying to boot up into Windows using like a USB drive, which didn't let me boot up into Windows, but it let me like turn on command prompt, and I was trying to run commands, trying to like fix this drive that had Windows on it, but it wouldn't boot into Windows because my BIOS wouldn't recognize it as a drive because it didn't have those like extra partitions on that drive. Man, it was a frustrating day that day, but after I figured out what the problem was, and the problem was I didn't have those like Microsoft partitions on the 2TB SSD. They were only on the 1TB, but after I formatted the 1TB, then they're just all gone. And the way I ended up fixing the problem in the end is, as I said, I took the 1TB drive out of the PC, then I just kept the 2TB drive in there on its own, installed Windows on it, and then popped the other drives back in. In fact, I've not even popped the 1TB drive back in just yet. It's just sitting there. So I need to pop the 1TB drive back in and then hopefully finish this PC build up, because I do want to make dedicated video, of course, upgrading to the XL version of the BSOD Dynamic PC case. And there's actually even buttons on the front of the case that allow you to switch between wave effects as well as static colors depending on what you want. I've not been able to find a way to make it sync up with my motherboard, but I'm sure there's a way I can do it. I've just not really done much with this case just yet, so I need to like plug everything up, connect the RGB, because I've got like my liquid cooler in there at the minute, but I've not connected any RGB just yet. So this PC build, I definitely need to work on it and post a dedicated video all about it. The cameras on this iPhone ended up being like a little bit sharper and just more clear than the footage recorded on the Canon G7X Mark II. The front-facing camera on the iPhone adds a lot of noise, but the rear-facing camera is much better in terms of just capturing footage and making things look good. You know, I don't see anything wrong with using a phone as like your main vlogging camera, because it really is possible as long as your phone has decent cameras. And even if it doesn't, man, I shot videos using a Canon G7X Mark II for so long, which does give like decent camera quality, but it really isn't an expensive camera. I think these go for like what, £400, £500 nowadays. So they're not too expensive. They're much cheaper than what I ended up buying this time, but I did genuinely want a significant enough upgrade for my camera rig that's still portable, that still has like a flip out camera. This ticks a lot of boxes for me, and I'm definitely very happy with this camera rig. So let me show you what I did to it here. All right, so this is the Sony RX100 Mark 7, I think this is the Mark 7, okay? I ended up combining it with a Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, I think it's called. I'll try leave links in the description down below to the camera rig, of course, and the actual products I have. All right, besides the microphone and the camera itself, this camera can shoot in, I think, like 4K 24 frames per second or something like that. I'll switch over to it in a second and I'll stop recording with the iPhone. But I ended up buying a case for the camera that's like a metal case. You can still take everything out without taking the camera case off. But this camera case even came with like this little leather grip right here, and it is like solid metal at the bottom. I dropped the Canon G7X Mark II so many times, like on concrete all over the place. The camera never broke. It survived the years of, you know, vlogging with it. But it's not broken. It just has a couple dents and bruises on it. I'm not selling the camera. I might still use it one day, but for now it's maybe just gonna sit in storage for a little bit. Maybe I should sell it. Should I sell this camera? Do any of you want a Canon G7X Mark II camera? Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll sell it to you, only if you're in the UK though. Anyway, back to this camera rig. I ended up buying another attachment right here. So in total there's like a bunch of things screwing into each other. The camera case screws into the camera, then this thing screws into the camera case, then my Manfrotto little tripod screws into this attachment right here. So hopefully that all makes sense for you guys, and this is the, you know, the brand new camera rig. And by the way, Manfrotto, you guys are like on another level in terms of tripods, because if you press this button here and you press it down, then you can adjust the ball in the middle, and once you let go, it like tightens up, and once you press it again, you can adjust. But this tripod here is like genuinely super unique. I've never seen anything operate like this before, but I like the idea. Good job, Manfrotto. You guys made like a wicked tripod right here. Boom! I've now switched over to the new Sony camera right here. Hopefully it's looking, you know, possibly better than the iPhone. But this is gonna be the new camera rig. This is gonna be the new microphone I use. It's like more of your typical YouTube vlogging setup. Some of you might ask me why I went with a point and shoot camera again, which I understand maybe there's better options for cameras out there at this price point. The camera I bought, I think was like £1,200, but I've wanted a Sony RX100 camera for years. It was just that they were very expensive and I never bought it until now. But this kind of camera was so similar to my Canon G7X Mark II. It's the next step I wanted to take in terms of like the next camera I want to use for the next couple of years. It's this one. And you know, maybe I'll upgrade to something better in the coming years. But for now, I feel like I'm gonna be so happy with this, man. It shoots so much better footage than my iPhone does in terms of B-roll. Like I shot such nice B-roll shots with this camera that my iPhone or my G7X Mark II could never have pulled off, like the quality that this camera pulled off. So I can't wait to actually shoot more PC builds and just more stuff in general with this camera. I'm excited to see how it all comes out looking, but so far, super impressed with it. Anyway, I'm gonna get going, guys. I don't wanna make this video last forever, but I did wanna give you an update on what's going on. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in another video soon. Goodbye.